How long have you been in the music industry for? Rough estimate.
Uh, 4 or 5 years.
And for time reference, it's June 2021 now. In your opinion, from what you've seen, what you've experienced, what's the biggest mistake recording artists make?
The biggest mistake recorded artists make is not investing in themselves.
Explain.
Man, even now, like my cousin just texted me and was like, yo, just dropped my new song. And I was like, word, what you got going on with it? What you doing with it? And he was like, shit, I'm about to see what the fans think of it. And it's like, you know, I used to do that a lot where I used to drop a lot of music and not put no money into marketing. And when you don't put the money into the marketing, you're not really getting the masses, you're not really getting that attention that it needs. So, it's very, very rare that you just drop something and it just goes like that without nothing to it. You know what I mean? That's just like, it ain't happening like that. So I would suggest that, these artists just put money into their marketing, publicists, image, branding. That's all very important to make their song go. DJs, radio, it's very important. Gotta invest in yourself.
Now, I imagine there's recording artists on different levels, some just starting out, some a little bit more experienced. You are 4 or 5 years in. When you say the biggest mistake for recording artists is investing into themselves, is that something that should be done right away?
Yes, very. Even if it's just like recording, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you invest in the right engineer, to get your sound right. Make sure you invest in the producer. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay for that beat so that when you put that song out and it go, you don't gotta worry about no legal issues. You gotta definitely invest in yourself right away. Yep.
Now, you mentioned that you have made this mistake before. You would put music out without marketing and things of that nature. Back then, what was the reason for you not putting the money in?
I didn't know. I ain't have somebody like me to tell me, yo, you should put this into this. I ain't know about Spotify playlisting. I didn't know about, even with SoundCloud, they got playlisting. I ain't know about, getting the influencers and paying them to blow my song up. Because there was influencers back then too, a couple years ago too. So I just didn't know. And that was that was my downfall, was just not knowing. And, as an artist, when you get into this game, you got to do your research.
And how did you finally figure out what to do? Does someone end up teaching you? Was it trial and error? Did you get this information from somewhere?
Trial and error, 100%. Just even networking, meeting my manager, you know what I'm saying? I was told a lot, and I started using those, resources and made shit happen for real.
Care to share who your manager is?
Uh, Her name is Milan.
And how'd you guys meet?
We met on Melrose in LA, and I walked by. My boy was like, "Yo, gotta introduce you to somebody that's doing a thing in the music industry." And I said, "Word." And he was like, "Yo, but listen, after music, she got somebody she dealing with that you might wanna, like." I see how you move and you might be perfect for her. So in my head, I'm like, all right, I could go one route and just keep it professional, or I could really try to hit on her. When I met her, I'm like, dang, she was fire. She still is, obviously, you know what I mean? Because we still going strong, you heard me? But, she took me to we went to a bar, and it was Big Sean's manager. No, his team, he's part of his team. His name is Vito. We met, and Estelle was there. There was a bunch of people there at this event, and it was a reggae party. We vibed, me being from Brooklyn, because I love that reggae music. We vibed strong, and we hit it off ever since, and it was through the races, through the roof.
So, was it, so did you, okay, so you have this fork in the road. Do you hit on her or do you take the professional business route with her?
Yeah.
What ended up happening?
Basically, she pulled me up to the studio. She introduced me to an investor, a millionaire, who wound up actually investing in like almost $100,000 on me the first week I met with him. It was crazy. It was like mind blowing. And I just really liked the fact that she was just so ambitious the way I am, and it was just like we connected on a spiritual tip, fashion, food, music. It was just like it was everything all together. So it was like nah, and that's just what happened for real.
And when it came to personally investing your own money into your music career, how much have you spent into this yourself?
My own money? That's a good question. I would say at least, at least over like $50,000 of my own cash. Yeah.
Has that amount of money that you spent so far been worth it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And why do you say that?
I mean, it's definitely, especially in the beginning, it was a lot of trial and error, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I wasted a lot of money too. But, adding up, it definitely got me the looks, you know what I'm saying, with my image, my brand. People stop me without even knowing who I am. For those who don't know who I am, I could go in the hallway, lobby, go in the elevator, wherever, the restaurant, and somebody going, yo, what you do? Like, I like your look, and that always was perfect. So I spent my money on my brand, and with my music, it just got me, where it needed to be as far as like, my playlisting and everything. I mean, it really helped out with, spending all that money. It was worth it for sure.
Have you made that money back yourself? Have you recouped that 50,000?
Honestly, not yet. But honestly, yes. I'm gonna say how because with the fans, it's priceless. So it's kind of like, and then with certain things that's being presented to me, it's like triple, quadruple that 50,000. So I haven't made it back in my pocket, but I'm making it back if that makes sense.
What are your thoughts on the music industry in 2021? Generally speaking.
My thoughts on the music industry. Honestly, I think there's a lot of it's very oversaturated with copycats. I think that if you notice certain people blowing up, they sound like five other people. I noticed that there's not enough talent. It's just a lot of gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could do anything, go viral on social media, and you got a record label knocking on your door because they know that you got followers, and they figure, because I know the deal because I have friends in the music industry that got signed like this. They figure, let's get some dope ass songwriters behind this person, and we could convert these followers into streams and make all the money. Now it's worked in the past. You got your Cardi B's and you got your Little Pumps and certain people that your 6ix9ines that did it, but too many people trying to follow that route, and it's not as organic as it should be. That's just my opinion.
Now, do you think when you say there's copycats, do you think it's other recording artists that see somebody with a hit song or a hit movement and they take those elements and copy it verbatim, or take those elements and intertwine that with what they got going on? Or are there record labels that try to manufacture that artist that's already successful on their competitive record label?
Well, two, the record label they are doing that. You know what I'm saying? I've had a friend of mine who was having deals with Rock Nation, and they wind up taking his style and his image and his sound and giving it to another artist that they already had and actually say, you know what, we don't even need you. You know what I'm saying? And now that artist has his whole thing. So I definitely believe and know that these labels are out there scouting and saying, you know what, let's give this person all that what they need and manufacturing like the new artists. And I also feel like not just off of a song, because anybody could be inspired off of a song, and you might have a person that make a song and it might sound a certain way, but when you take a person's whole sound and make it that off of somebody else, that's just like, I mean, that's just not organic. I don't know. I don't be feeling that. You know what I mean?
This Rock Nation example, that was an artist on Rock Nation, and they took the stuff and put it on another artist on Rock Nation.
No, my friend was having meetings with Rock Nation, and they took his style, his sound, and gave it to an artist that was already on there.
Oh,
So they
I
made
see.
their artist more better,
Oh, I
and
got
then
you.
kicked my friend to the curve.
Well, let me throw an example. Again, this is just an example. Do you think there's a record label that sees Cardi B on Atlantic Records and their competitive record label saying, let's get a Cardi B too?
100%.
Let's make a Cardi B too,
They have to.
so we can get market share
Yes.
of that one thing or that hot thing out there.
100. Let's get a Cardi B. Let's get the next Megan Thee Stallion. Of course, they need one of those in their corner to make that money. And then it's the competition, and they're gonna be going back and forth. It's good for that's all it is, man.
Do you think they just say they need one? Oh, we need a Cardi B, or do you think they try to actually manufacture a Cardi B?
I mean, Cardi B was. I mean, she was already manufactured. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely felt like, yo, let's make more of these for sure.
What annoys you the most with the music industry at this point, if anything? Generally speaking.
What annoys me the most of the music industry?
Yeah, right now.
Uh, like I said, the gimmicks, the money grabs, the fake beef. Man, I've seen so much fake beef, and it's just hilarious. It's like, man, these dudes is literally next to each other, and the whole world is eating it up. Like, yo, they about to beat each other up, and it's like, bruh, yeah, the fake beefs get me. It's annoying. It's like the WWE. You know what I'm saying? When I found out the WWE was fake, and I'm pretty sure the whole world could attest to this, I was sad. I was like, damn. Like I felt like, you know, the same feeling I felt when I found out that Santa wasn't real. It was like, for real? So when you start seeing like this person got robbed, but he really didn't get robbed, or this person, it's just like, it's just all for money. It's like, man, this shit, that really annoys me, because you see people wanting to, now everybody want to box now. It's getting too fake for me. It's like, yeah, it's taken away from the essence of music, you know what I'm saying, where it came from.
This is not this is not an assumption. You've literally seen two recording artists fake beef with each other. You know for a fact behind closed doors they're fake beefing.
100%. I've sat next to two artists that was made a post, and they were just right next to me, 100%. And I looked at both of them. I said, damn, this is crazy. But I'm never gonna say nothing, because that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Shit crazy though.
A fake robbery, that's not an assumption. You literally
Yeah.
know that for a fact.
That was on TMZ when Skinny from the Nine faked his robbery by Almighty J. That shit was, they caught that on camera, that it was all a fake. They planned it out and everything. You could hear Skinny from the Nine telling him, yo, get me from right here. Get this. That he's saying it, and the audio called him basically saying it out loud that he was, you know, pretending to rob him, to get him, like, fake getting robbed. It was like, whoa, shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what's the best thing about the music industry at this point, if anything, in your opinion?
The best thing?
You talked about the most annoying thing. On the opposite end of the spectrum, what's the best thing about the music industry, if you have one?
Man, that is a great question. I think the best thing is the fact that there are Man, I don't know. I'm really thinking this off the top of my head. The best thing about the music industry is that it's just still going, I guess. It's still giving people opportunities to become successful, and you got more social media apps that the music industry is partner up with to blow more artists like TikTok. So I think that's really good because the resources we have now, people didn't have back then to, really blow up. So I think it's more easier for artists to really, you know, go up right now.